Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive.
Always.
Today, we're going to tackle the Indonesian folktale of Taimun Mas. You might know it as the golden cucumber.
Oh, I love this one.
It's got a little bit of everything,
Yeah.
We got a poor widow. She makes a deal with a giant.
Right.
And then a magical golden cucumber.
Yes.
And a fight for survival using, well, some pretty unexpected tools.
It really does highlight what's so fascinating about folktales, right? It gives you a glimpse into a culture's values, beliefs. You can learn so much about how people view the world through these stories.
Definitely. All right, well, let's set the scene, shall we? Okay. We're in Java, Indonesia, and we meet this lonely widow, Mbok Srini.
Okay.
She wants a child, desperately.
And that longing for a child, it's a universal theme, of course, but I think in Javanese society it takes on even more significance.
How so?
Well, family there is incredibly important. It's like the foundation of their social structure,
Makes sense.
It's a source of strength, of support.
So, Mbok Srini's desire for a child, it's so strong that she's willing to make a deal with a terrifying green giant.
Ooh.
His name's Buddha Icho. And he promises her a child. But there's a catch, of course.
There's always a catch.
Always a catch. She has to give the child back to him when she grows up.
Oh, that's a heavy price. This really highlights the danger, right?
Yeah.
These giants in folklore, they often represent those primal fears. Those forces that just feel larger than us, like challenges that feel insurmountable.
Yeah, I can see that.
Could be anything, Natural disasters, societal pressures.
Right.
Anything that just feels out of our control.
So Mbok Srini, driven by this yearning for a child, she makes the deal.
Wow.
But Icho gives her a cucumber seed to plant. And well, you guessed it, just like he promised, a giant golden cucumber grows.
Of course. Now, that magical element, right, a child born from a cucumber, it's so classic in folktales.
It is.
It's like they're infusing the story with this sense of wonder, possibility, like anything is possible in the realm of storytelling.
Absolutely. So Mbok Srini, she cuts open the cucumber and finds a beautiful baby girl inside. She names her Timun Mas, after the golden cucumber, of course.
Of course.
Years pass, Timun Mas. She grows up. She's kind, loving. But that shadow of Buddha Ijo's return.
Yeah.
It's always there.
It just adds this constant tension, right?
Absolutely.
Even in these idyllic settings, danger can be lurking.
Right.
Makes you wonder, how does that looming threat shape their lives?
Yeah, Mbok Srini's relationship with her daughter.
Exactly.
Well, as Timun Mas' 17th birthday approaches, the giant, he returns to claim what he believes is his.
Oh, no.
So Mbok Srini, she has to find a way to protect her daughter. She knows she can't face this giant alone.
And this is where it gets interesting. So what does she do? She goes and finds help, right? Guidance.
Yeah, she journeys to a wise rishi.
Rishi?
Yeah, he's like a hermit with spiritual powers, lives high up in the mountains. And this rishi, he gives Mbok Srini 4 small bags.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's in the bags?
Oh, very ordinary items, actually.
Yeah.
Cucumber seeds, needles, salt, and terasi.
Terasi. Now, for our listeners who might not be familiar, it's like a pungent shrimp paste. It's very common in Indonesian cooking.
Yeah.
It's amazing how these everyday items, become tools of protection. It speaks to this resourcefulness, right?
Right.
Like finding power in the things that are often overlooked, those simple things.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So Timun Mas, she sets off with these 4 bags, and just as she fears, Buddha Ijo is on her trail.
Oh, no.
And in a moment of desperation, she throws the cucumber seeds behind.
The cucumber seeds. Wow. What do you think those represent, Especially considering her own origin story. It's like she's calling upon the very force that brought her into this world. It's like she's tapping into that life force, right?
Yeah. And wouldn't you know it? A massive cucumber vine just sprouts up.
Oh.
Entangles the giant. Gives Timun Mas a chance to escape.
Clever girl.
But it's only a temporary reprieve.
Of course. Got to keep the tension going. But Ijo, I bet he doesn't give up easily.
No, he doesn't. He's fueled by rage and hunger, breaks free. It's like those challenges in life,
Yeah.
You just keep coming back, even when you think you've overcome them.
I feel that. So what happens next?
Well, Timun Mas, thinking fast, she throws the needles behind her.
Needles. Okay.
And all of a sudden, this dense bamboo forest springs up.
Wow. Those sharp stalks, they gotta slow the giant down, right?
They do. It's like a physical barrier.
Makes you think, what are those protective barriers we create in our own lives?
Yeah, to shield us from harm. Interesting.
Well, that protects us.
So Buddha Ijo, he's slowed down, sure, but he's not deterred.
He's going to keep going.
Oh, he keeps going. Crashes through that bamboo forest.
Determined, huh?
Determined to catch Taimun Mas. Looks like she might be out of options.
Nail biter. It's like that back and forth, right? The ups and downs of facing challenges.
If you think you've got a solution, bam, new obstacle.
Gotta be resilient.
Exactly. So Timun Mas, she's got one more trick up her sleeve, throws the salt behind her.
Salt. What does salt do?
Transforms into this vast churning sea.
Whoa. The giant's gotta swim now, right?
He does. Buys her some time.
Clever. So salt, it often symbolizes purification, cleansing.
I see that.
Maybe it represents like a cleansing of the situation, a need for a fresh start, a new perspective even.
Interesting. But just like before, Budeo overcomes it. He swims across that salty sea. He's relentless.
Doesn't give up. It's down to the wire now. What's she got left?
Just the terasi.
The terasi. This is it. The shrimp paste.
This humble, everyday ingredient becomes her final weapon.
It's like it embodies that idea that strength can be found in the most unexpected places.
Absolutely. So she throws it behind her and boom, explodes into this bubbling, boiling sea of mud.
Whoa! Mud! No way!
And Buddha Ijo, finally outmatched, sinks into the mud. He's defeated.
I love it. The giant defeated by shrimp paste. What a visual.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, you don't need superpowers.
Yeah.
Resourcefulness, ingenuity, a bit of clever strategy.
You could overcome anything.
I think so. Timun Mas, she faced her fears. She outsmarted the giant. She returns to Mbak Srini. They're finally safe.
Safe at last.
Yeah.
But the story, well, it doesn't really end there, does it?
No, it makes you think, right? About the giants we face in our own lives.
Mm-hmm.
Those challenges that just feel insurmountable.
The fears that hold us back.
Exactly. What are our cucumber seeds, our needles, our salt and terasi? What resources do we have that we might be overlooking?
What are those things we take for granted,
Right. Maybe it's our education, our skills, that support network we have.
Or maybe it's just our own ability to adapt,
Yeah, to think outside the box.
Find solutions where other people just see problems.
Exactly. And sometimes it's our sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
Is finding that light in the darkness.
Timun Mas' story. It's a good reminder. We don't need superpowers to be heroes, right?
Nope. Sometimes it's those ordinary things. When we use them strategically, with courage, they become our greatest strengths.
Absolutely.
Right.
And she didn't do it alone, right?
That's so important. Remember, her mother went to that sought guidance. That act of reaching out, asking for help, it's huge.
It is. It's like that power of community.
Absolutely.
Connecting with others who can offer support.
Yeah, you don't have to face your giants alone.
You really don't. There's strength in asking for help.
Leaning on those people who care about you, it's so powerful. And what I find really fascinating about this folktale is how it weaves together those universal themes, right? Courage, resilience, community.
Right.
But then it brings in these distinctly Javanese elements.
Like what?
The emphasis on family, the respect for nature, and that resourcefulness, using those everyday items, it gives you a glimpse into the culture.
It does. It's a reminder that while these folktales come from different cultures, the lessons, they often transcend borders, right?
Oh, absolutely.
They speak to those shared human experiences.
Fear, hope, love.
That desire to overcome challenges.
We all have that. Timun Mas' story might seem simple, but it's packed with wisdom,
Yeah.
For navigating life's complexities. It encourages us to embrace our strengths, seek guidance, and never underestimate the power of ingenuity, right? Being resourceful.
Right, thinking outside the box.
And maybe above all, it reminds us that even when things feel insurmountable, there's always hope.
Always hope. Well, that about wraps up our deep dive into the tale of Timun Mas.
It's a good one.
It is. So we'll leave you with this. What giants are you facing?
Ooh, good question.
What are your unique strengths, your resources?
And who are those people you can turn to for support?
Yeah, who are those people? Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.